Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anthony Diamond, and I'm a senior manager at KPMG in our life science practice. If you're not familiar with KPMG, we're a global professional services firm providing audit, tax, and advisory services. We do a lot of work in the life science space here locally as well, and I'll be taking the reins from my colleague Craig for this afternoon session for the remaining 4 reverse pitch presentations. I would like to next introduce our next presenter, Stephen Spagnol, PhD, Director, Business Development and Licensing, Enabling Technologies at Merck. For more than 125 years, Merck, known as MSD outside of the United States and Canada, has been inventing for life, bringing forward medicines and vaccines for many of the world's most challenging diseases in pursuit of their mission to save and improve lives. Stephen.
So thank you all for the opportunity to present to you today. As he mentioned, I'm Steve Spagnol in Merck's Business Development and Licensing Group for Enabling Technologies. And I'm really excited to be here today to meet with some of you and hear a little bit about your efforts, as well as share a little bit about Merck, our focus, and our mission. Our forward-looking statement. So Merck, we're very passionate about what we do and our mission to save and improve lives for generations to come. It's something that we're unified in terms of our purpose, focused on using leading-edge science for life-saving breakthroughs. And as mentioned, this comes from a long legacy of over a century in the pharmaceutical industry, focused on a broad number of medicines, including prescription medicines, vaccines, biologics, animal health products, and technologies. And it's a history of dedication that we've grown over the years, and we're very proud to announce that in 2023, more than 500 million people were reached by Merck medicines, which is something we're very excited about. Merck is headquartered in Rahway, New Jersey, but with a strong presence right here in Pennsylvania. And most critical and fundamental to our business really is the foundational science and research and development that we see as so critical to our business. And to that end, in 2023, we invested $30.5 billion in research and development expenses, which is a testament to how much we see that as a centerpiece of our business. And again, this comes from a long legacy of end-to-end drug discovery, development, and commercialization with that foundational research and development that has led to numerous products, including efforts in streptomycin, broad-spectrum antibiotics, a large number of vaccines in our portfolio, including pneumococcal disease, measles, mumps, and rubella, chickenpox, and HPV, a long legacy in HIV, eradicating river blindness, as well as efforts in oncology with our anti-PD-1 therapy. So I've talked a little bit about where we've been, and now I'll focus on where we are today. And as you can see from our pipeline, we're very excited about the breadth and depth of our pipeline, especially in the late stage, with over 80 programs in phase 2 development, over 30 programs in phase 3, and over 10 programs currently under review. And within oncology, we're also very excited about our efforts to continue to fully prosecute the clinical development of Keytruda, Lynparza, and Lenvima, as well as expand on those efforts beyond that, including in immuno-oncology, with efforts including our individualized neoantigen therapy, our efforts in precision molecular targeting, as well as our growing efforts in tissue targeting with modalities such as ADCs and immune cell engagers. And outside of oncology, we continue to be excited about our growing portfolio in other therapeutic areas, including 2 major product launches, one in pneumococcal disease and another in PAH with sotatercept. And across our portfolio in these therapeutic areas, we continue to see promise, including in infectious disease and vaccines with our efforts in dengue, RSV, and HIV, our continued efforts in cardiometabolic disease behind sotatercept with PCSK9 and other products, our long legacy of efforts in neurodegeneration and growing neuroscience portfolio, and our continued and growing focus into immunology. And so at Merck, we recognize that partnerships are key to our success. So while we've had a long legacy of internal research and development across discovery through commercialization, we recognize that in 2023, more than half of our revenues came from alliance or acquisition products. And these include major products such as Keytruda, Gardasil, Gardasil 9, Januvia and Janumet, Verivax, Lagevrio, and Lynparza. So while we still maintain profound depth of expertise internal to Merck within discovery, development, and commercialization, we also recognize the critical role that external partnering takes in opportunities like this to meet other companies, because we recognize how critical collaboration is to make those breakthroughs across both therapeutic assets and technologies. So within business development, our goal is pretty simple, in that the central plank here is really what we focus on, first and foremost on the emerging science. And we look to build programs and promising approaches around that foundational scientific breakthrough. Within this space, we're very opportunistic in our approach. We have no limitations to particular therapeutic areas or modalities. Instead, we let our opportunities be driven by the scientific rationale and anything that we believe has a strong, compelling scientific solution. And so within that space, with therapeutic assets and technologies, we focus on things that have an unambiguous and promotable advantage, and then we seek to deliver products that have an important differentiation and advantage over existing therapies. And so as a member of our business development and licensing group, we focus on identifying anything that could strengthen our pipeline to focus on patient value. We do have a few core areas of focus. This includes atherosclerosis and metabolism, cardiovascular and respiratory, infectious disease and vaccines, immunology, neuroscience and ophthalmology, as well as on oncology. But again, this list is not prescriptive, as we're every bit opportunistic and looking for opportunities across therapeutic areas and even technologies. And again, as a member of the Enabling Technologies Group, I'd like to point out that we do invest heavily in technologies, everything from manufacturing platforms, drug delivery, drug discovery platforms, and even wholly new therapeutic modalities. We're focused on any therapeutic asset or technology opportunity that can enable our pipeline for delivering patient value. And our business development and licensing group is global, with a headquarters, again, in Rahway, New Jersey, but with a strong presence right up the road in West Point, Pennsylvania. But we have global hubs across the US, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region, and we do this to embed Merck within the key scientific communities to get access to academics, biotechs, peer pharmaceutical companies, and venture capital. And further, we look to embed within those business development hubs end-to-end business development capabilities in all regions. And our business development group, to some extent, mirrors our research and development organization, which is global. And as you can see here, is just a subset of our capabilities that span the globe and further show us as a testament to our efforts in research and development and the strong central focus we place on research. So over the last several years, we've been very diligent and focused in identifying critical opportunities in the external space that we believe are key enablers for our pipeline. This includes a large number of efforts, including in immunology with our acquisition of Prometheus, our growing efforts in the ADC space with several partnerships, including with Daiichi, PDCs with PeptiDream, our growing RNA efforts, including with Moderna, as well as other RNA technologies with Orna, as well as a number of other partnerships across therapeutic areas and technologies. And we're very excited in 2023 to have announced our acquisition of Prometheus in immunology, which we believe is critical to addressing a major unmet need in that space and delivering for our patients. But beyond that, in 2023, we had over $18 billion spent in business development and licensing, focused on more than 75 significant agreements, which is a testament to how critical we view these partnering opportunities in external collaboration. And as a further sort of showcase of those efforts, highlighted here is a snapshot of selected business development deals that we've announced since 2020 across a number of therapeutic areas, as well as the technology space, which again has been a heavily investment of our portfolio for critically enabling our pipeline. But this shows how critical we view these partnering opportunities, as well as being a premier partner to the external community. And I'd like to introduce our MRL Ventures Fund, which has a mission of furthering the knowledge, science, pipeline, and reputation of Merck. And it is focused on enabling the bleeding edge of science and novel modalities and investing in world-class science, teams, and syndicates. As you can see here is a list of their active investments, as well as acquired and IPO companies. And they are a major part of how we interact with the biotech community. And as you can see, it also includes several companies that ended up being acquired by Merck, which showcases how critical we view this to interacting with the biotech community and enabling our pipeline. And so with that, I'd like to leave you with our website where you can reach out to the Business Development and Licensing Group. And I'd like to thank you all again for the opportunity to present to you today. And I'm happy to answer any questions or talk to you after the presentation. But thank you very much. Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Responding to. Yeah, I can assure you that website does get filtered to our inboxes. It does get routed. If it's technologies, for instance, in drug delivery, as I cover, it ends up coming to me. So this is monitored and active. I can assure you that. But I'm also happy to talk and share my business card and put you in contact either with me or with other members of our business development group. But I can tell you ours, I can't comment elsewhere, but I can tell you ours is actively monitored. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.